I'm here to guide you to your best version of yourself that lays dormant, that is still waiting to be awakened, to come to its full potential. Type where you're from, what do you remember, and what do you feel in your heart that is your mission on this planet. My mission as your guide is to put this starseed of a 1 million starseed collective together, reprogram our architectural grid, the crystalline grid, reprogram our soul paths and soul blueprint that we all came here to do, to open our awareness further to what is possible for us on this planet. So let me turn the camera around to show you what I've prepared for you for tonight's show. Tonight we're discussing about the blueprint, your inherent archetype of your soul's architecture that you chose to embody when you came to Earth this time around. All souls are coming from either in between incarnations, or from other dimensions, or from other past lifetimes. We have many missions as starseeds and light workers and indigos, and some we remember, some we don't, some only now are start coming to surface. This is why it's so important to do all this work. So as a soul, when you embody your next human being, you have a choice to choose. You have a choice that you make. You make your own choices. You have free will, wherever you are in these galaxies or in the multiple galaxies, in the intergalactic realities, universes that we live in. And you're making a choice. You're making a soul contract with yourself, with your future embodied person, your own hologram that you're projecting outwards from your inner source, from your inner knowing. You're making a contract with your parents, good or bad, you're making a contract what kind of experiences you want to express in yourself, to learn, to evolve, to model, to understand, to experiment with. And in the long run, you're also making yourself a contract with your own future goal. What is your mission that you came here for? All right. That is all included in your name at birth. The way your name appears in your birth certificate, that encapsulate, that's encoded the frequencies, the tones, the sounds, and the light codes of your future self. If you even expressed an interest in your mom or your dad before you get to meet, you hover over your future family as a soul before you're incarnating into the baby, into the fetus, you have a choice and you know already why you're coming to that family. Especially this can be difficult for us who have been incarnating into families who've been very difficult to deal with, who've been abusive, who've been neglecting the babies and the children. And it can be very, very traumatic for the human being, right? For your hologram, it can be very traumatic and can leave imprints into your DNA, as I have it here. As I always say, through epigenetics, we have changes that we're making to our own DNA. Once we're older and we understand that we can change the limiting beliefs, but when we're children, we don't know that. So goes a lot of suffering, a lot of trauma, that when people, especially if they're coming into families that are not as good parents, It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not your fault either. It's nobody's fault. It's how you want to express yourself and what you want to learn. Because here's the deal. Like a diamond, the diamond only grows so beautiful and so sharp and so amazing because it builds under tremendous pressure. So I invite you to reconsider and reframe your mindset of instead of saying, oh, I had a bad childhood, to say, well, no, look, I grew up like a diamond, right? Under tremendous pressure, but even more so at the end, once I hit the light and I'm able, you are able then to use all your facets that you've transmuted and alchemized, right? All those traumatic experiences, and you're shining further out now in the light, bringing beauty to this world that you live in, bringing beauty to your new family that you're creating, your new place you live at, and your job, your friends. So I invite you to reframe that mindset. Regardless of if we kind of parents we had, and what kind of families we had, or what kind of accidents we've been through, everything is encoded in our name as it appears on our birth certificate. And the reason for that is that depending on different cultures, right? Sometimes they put the first name and then the last name, the second. But sometimes they put the last name first and then the second. That's very important because the sequence of the sounds themselves in how you are being represented through life with those codes, this is how you're coming forward. Every time your parents call your name, if they change your name, you're turning into a nickname, or you're marrying, then your new blueprint, you have an additional blueprint that goes overlaying itself over the original one. So let me explain to you, and I'll turn the camera around. And before I start explaining more into what this is all about, as usual, we have our Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the 7 stages of self-actualization that Tony Robbins is using in his coaching, and many of empowerment coaches and mindset coaches, right? So, and all these coaches that go around, they all talk about the same thing. If you're just a yoga teacher, or you're doing yoga, then you'd be familiar with this through the similar chakras system that would be overlaid right here in the middle, right? And then when the Kundalini activates, and it activates further up. At the top, we have our beautiful phoenix, which is you. That's your future self, right? You are your future phoenix. Right now, you're working, transmuting, alchemizing your limiting beliefs, and then you're further growing, right? Transmuting those ashes and growing from these ashes. And when we're doing the ascension mechanics, when we're doing this ascension work that I invite you, and this why you're on this channel, right? We call it soul recoding. It truly is just an ascension process where we're bettering ourselves, right? Becoming a better humans, becoming better moms, better dads, better coaches, better teachers, better healers, because we understand that all the work that we're doing cannot be understood by our collective, our clients, if we don't understand that they also need to do their own work. It does not matter how much you know as a coach or as a healer. It matters how much of the inner work and the ascension work and transcending work your client does. Okay, that is the difference then between successful coaches who have successful clients and maybe less successful, or not as quick to progress. And the difference is, one, in the learning styles, so I'm a kindergarten teacher, as you know, and we're talking about a lot about, learning styles and differentiated learning based on the talents we all have encoded from birth, right, to the light codes encoded in our DNA. And therefore we're also expressing ourselves in the same manner, and we're integrating information in the same manner, right? Either kinesthetic, right, through movement or through touch, or visual, we need to see things in colors or pictures, or through just hearing and listening, right? And or through speaking or through movement, I said, right? And all that is important for you to know, to be aware of as a coach, but also it means that your clients go through the same process, but if they're not aware and you can't tell them, okay, gotta be aware of this, and let's understand your learning style, so then we can help you that way. So I'm here to guide you and provide you more information than to refine your own uh, coaching work and coaching healing work and healing work that you're doing with your clients. Because all this, and there's so much knowledge out there, but it goes more beyond just, oh my God, with the step 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Or it goes beyond cause and effect, right? The patriarchal system. So we're talking to coaches and healers, and we're guiding and mentoring coaches and healers who are understanding and are creating sacred spaces for their clients. So if you are not one of these coaches, then you need to still understand what is your gift, right? We need to understand first what is our gift, like what is your gift, coach or healer, or Stars is doing this work, or a mom or a teacher, or right, like it doesn't matter who you are. We're all human beings, that organic human beings who need to grow, right? Need to develop, self-actualize. So when we talk about the mission, the first mission at hand, that your oversoul made a contract with your future human being, future projection, future hologram, it's encoded in your birth name. And of course, if we will get in more details, we're going to have, towards summer, I'm considering to have in the next few months a master class or a challenge, with you guys online in a private setting, right? In a private group, to where we can discuss this more and take it and decode what your name means, right? What is your mission on this earth? So many starseeds are asking us, so what's my mission here? Right? And everybody tells you, you tell me, type in the comments, what you get told? Well, be you. And I'm like, dude, that ain't working for me, okay? Because be me, that's not enough. I need to know who is me to begin with. And please type in the comments, and like this transmission, if it resonates with you. But just be you. It's not enough details to understand, well, who's me, right? We need to go past that and understand, okay, what's my gift? What's my mission? What's my mission that I've done so far, and what still needs to be done? And then if I'm still not happy with what's being presented, then I can recode and add more to my play, to what I'm offering, to my offer. My offer and your offer is yourself. My offer is myself, right? With my wisdom. Your offer for your client is your own complex human being with your ancestral memories, with your galactic memories. But we still need a ways to integrate all this knowledge and wisdom and intuition into a container that speaks in terms of gifts and talents and activations, and in terms of how you're going to put all this together to further present it to your clients, right? We're moving past old clientele, old patriarchal coaching, or yeah, make a lot of money, you know. We're not here to do that. We are here to bring our wisdom forward and surely be paid our worth for all the work we're putting forward and be of service. But then we still need to be aware of the many facets that we're actually bringing online as a complex, coach or a mentor. So let me turn the camera around, and this knowledge has been channeled through the this knowledge has been channeled by, so the coding of your name comes from the Hebrew Torah and the Kabbalah system, but we're not using strictly the Kabbalah system, okay? That was used for nefarious things. We're talking about based on your hierophant, which is your how your Merkaba field is being built in multidimensional spaces. At the base in 2D, it's into bidimensional picture. It looks like a six-pointed star. Well, the six-pointed star is representative, actually, and we talked about when we looked at the atoms of the carbon atom, the crystalline, the silicon crystalline atom, right? And we talked about the differences there. But this is an archetype that is at the core of the multidimensionality of all organics, of all human beings, all organics that exist. And that is at the basis of evolution, of self-development, of self-actualization. Stepping into your own superhero. Who are you? What is your superhero? Well, when you all peel it backward, you get to the six-pointed star. So what we have here, your name then, as it cuts letter by letter by letter, follows the sound, which is the light codes in the Hebrew language. The original human template and the original human language was the Habiru. You heard me correctly. The Habiru language, which was the language of light. In the original template, in the higher dimensions, there are 144 fire letters that form sequences that attach themselves, through sonic, through light and sound, and that they create through scalar waves. They create your DNA, and that get ingrained and write the sequences of your DNA. The Hebrew system is only looking at the 22 fire letters out of the 144. And each letter then has a specific sound and represents an archetype representative for one of the beliefs, emotions, and feelings and experiences, or bipolar experiences in life as we experimented and then we express it and experimented on planet Earth inside the matrix. So if you want to know then, as a coach, what when the stars say what is your soul mission and how to activate your perfect gift, the one that will bring you forward, to get more clients, to get more involvement, raise your community, right? Raise your collective. Then you need to know what is your soul mission, because your soul mission is encoded by you before you chose your parents, before you got born, right? Just before you got in the conception phase, is encoded by you, meaning you already know it, and it can be found in your name. So then your name, as it was presented on your birth certificate that you chose, comes, each letter then sets itself in a scalar vortex around the points of the sixth star. So then you have, physical challenges, spiritual challenges, physical talents, spiritual talents, right? Spiritual. Hold on a second, let me go back up, right? So physical challenges, spiritual challenges, physical talents, spiritual talents, physical goals, like, okay, so like, like as in like jobs and what you want to do in life, like get married or not get married, make a family, not have a home, or travel, like just physical, right? Strictly matrix goals and spiritual goals. And then at the end, this all sums up inside that vortex into your soul path. So I am trained in decoding your challenges, your talent, what your gifts are, and your goals, because your name, if you allow me to, and you agree with this, and your spirit agrees and this resonates with you, your name encodes all that in your name. Your name is the encoded part that your soul chose to bring to this earth. And then, of course, if some of those things don't resonate, then we do a recode. And hence our channel is called Soul Recoded, right? Our soul is coming to this planet, has a mission. Let's find out what your gifts are. Let's find out your talents. Let's find out your goals. Let's find out the challenges that need to be still transmuted. So we're bypassing the first harmonic universe, and we're not just stuck down here, right? We actually self-actualize and get out of the challenges, right? Transmuting that diamond from under the pressure and grow and rise like the phoenix that you are out of your own ashes. Okay. My puppy's here. So my little puppy, he's like right underneath here. I don't know if you can see it, but anyways. So I will make this kind of short sum it up in the next 5 minutes, so you have a chance to, I honor your time. And I invite you, please, if this resonates with you, like our channel and subscribe to our channel and share the Soul Tribe and our Starseed Soul Tribe wants to grow, wants to bring the light forth. And there are so many questions, and I'm here to provide guidance for you and for your loved ones. Come on over and join our private Facebook group, Starseed Arc to 5D Freedom, where you can activate. And by activate means decoding and recoding, and find out what your gifts are, your talents are, and find out how you can activate your love life and bring your light forth and create an abundant life for yourself. Oopsies. Sorry. So I think I'm probably going to uh, sum it up here. My wonderful, beautiful souls. Text me if you'd like to know more about this understanding, this knowledge of how to, this formula to decode your name and find out what your soul path is. It's not like the gematria. It's similar, but this is more in depth. The message comes from the channel, as it was channeled, comes from the Torah, right? From the Hebrew, very old ancient texts, and including the 22 fire letter sequence, that when they get put together, they create a certain archetype that you are here to embody. Find out what it is, embody it, light it up right through, and then expand. I love you all. Until later on, please like and subscribe. Asai Ashanti. Love you all.